What is going on, everybody? It is the Foreign, and welcome back to 2vTuesdays with Geroldus. Today we have a special topic for you guys. It's actually a two-parter. Part 1 will be on my channel, and then Part 2, there will be annotations on the screen to take you over, will be on Geroldus' channel. Our featured sub of the week is 007 Rice.
007 Rice.
007 Rice. Well, technically they were O's, they're not zeros, so we can't say double O's. Shut up.
Sure.
Shut up! Anyways, no, we like to play with him here and there, and we get some pretty decent gameplays and have a lot of fun.
And we played with his brother.
Yes, and his brother was annoying. I don't care if he sees this. His brother was annoying. So yeah, Billy, you got anything to say?
All right, so the topic at hand here. If you've been following Twitter at all in the last 24 hours, the Machinima CPM cut things that are potentially going to happen. Apparently, Machinima is going to pay their partners less money. Rumor? Fact? Who knows? What do you think about it?
Well, I think that them paying their partners less money isn't necessarily a bad thing. For the people that make this a full-time job, it can be a bad thing because I'm just going to completely throw a number out here. We're going to say that they make a lot, and they make $5 for every 1,000 views, which might be a lot, might not be a lot. I don't know what you guys make, if any of you guys are partnered. Just an example. And then someone who's smaller like me, let's say I make $1 for every 1,000 views. Basically, like, what I think is going to happen is by them lowering the CPM for larger partners, they take that $5 and put it closer to $3. So it makes them closer to like something that I can obtain. I guess it would, to me, seem like it would almost be like an inspiration saying, make better content and I can boost myself to make just as much as them. I don't know. That's a little bit of my view on it.
I feel you. See, the way I look at it is like this. If kind of in the situation, let's say that they went away from big partners make this much money because of their contracts, new people make this much because of their contracts, which they did. It's now a percentage-based thing. I think a lot of it might have to do with the fact that new deals might be coming up soon for a lot of the big guys, and they might be signing smaller contracts. We'll see what happens with that. But if instead of these guys make 5, these guys make 2, if everybody made 250 or 225, whatever, and just leveled the playing field, the smaller channels would be making a little bit more money, but the big channels would be making significantly less money.
It really depends what you consider significantly less. Yes, that would be less. There's no doubt about it. It would be less. But somebody that possibly makes $5,000, $6,000 a month, dropping it down to 3 isn't terrible. That's still better than most people make.
That's 50%.
And I know it is. But I'm just saying that's still a decent living for not going to an actual job and basically making commentaries or vlogs or whatever it is that these people do, because I know that YouTube obviously markets to a broad range of everything as long as it's video.
Well, let's say the small channels are making an extra $1 per 1,000 views, and the big channels are making $1 less per 1,000 views. Let's just say. So a channel who gets 1,000 views a day over the course of the year is going to get not even 365 extra dollars in that year. But a channel like PewDiePie making $1 less per 1,000 views a day is going to miss out on tens of thousands of dollars over the year.
Yeah, that's true, but you got to think of how much they already make.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily about how much they make and leveling the playing field and everybody should get paid the same. It's more so about getting paid for the content that you produce. If you're at the point where you're making that much money for a company like Machinima, where you're pulling in $1 million a year for them, you deserve a little bit more of the pie. You know what I mean? But if you're not pulling in that much, I think what they pay is fair as of right now.
I agree, and a way that I like to look at it is if you love what you do, it shouldn't matter how much money you make if you really love what you do. You know what I mean? I love doing design. I don't make shit right now because all I'm doing is just little freelance jobs here and there. But the thing is, like, I would easily take, just a 30K job a year without a problem because I love what I do.
Yeah, but now if you had, say you were working a job in design making $100,000 a year, and all of a sudden they say, oh yeah, well, we know you love your job. What we're going to do now is we're going to pay you $40,000 a year.
I think it really all depends on situations outside of, my working life. Because if $40,000 a year pays for everything and does it just fine, $40,000 a year isn't terrible. I mean, I would.
But you would still be upset about the $60,000 a year less you're making.
If I was working somewhere and they gave me a pay cut, yes. But if I was looking for new work and it was giving myself a pay cut, no.
But yeah, see, that's kind of what's happening though. Is the big guys who are making their living
they're
are
also
taking pay cuts.
all about to end their contracts. Their 3-year contracts are coming to an end.
Yeah, they're close.
So I think that's part of the reason why it's becoming such a big topic. But anyways, we will continue this over on Geroldus' channel. You guys can catch the rest of it there. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this first little portion. Be sure to check out the rest of it. I'll see you guys there.